Are you ready for the epic? 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bisu versus July on Return of the King. One of these kings shall return today. Okay, I'm gonna stop all that epic talk right now. Let's get our colors and positions. Down here at the 8 o'clock position in orange, we have Bisu.
I am Bisu.
And over at the 5 o'clock position in yellow, or beige, or whatever, is July. One of the few Zergs that can really stomp all over Bisu, although Bisu has shown a lot of, I'd say, vulnerability in his versus Zerg recently. But I'd like to say this matchup today is special for me, in particular, because Bisu versus July is actually the first match I ever commentated on when they played in the Incurate OSL and the tiebreaker on Medusa. So it would have been even cooler if this match was on Medusa, but hey, it's still a blue map, so it's bringing back nostalgia for me. Back when I stumbled over all my words and said a lot. But now, instead of saying I just say the word interesting. So, yeah. This is a very, very interesting matchup today. Because both these guys are very, extremely strong players. And it looks like Bisu is going to scout July in the 4th position. So it's going to take him a long time to get the scout on what July is doing. In the meantime, it looks like July is going for a 12 hatch here in a bit. He's getting all of his drones out. And he's going to throw one drone down to his natural expansion, throw down hatchery. And when his 11th drone is done mining to 200 minerals, he's going to throw down his spawning pool. And Bisu has sent out 2 probes, it looks like. He does not want to get a super late scout. So he sees that Overlord, and he's going to know exactly where July is at this point. He's going to go down to the bottom right, to the 5 o'clock position, and he's going to figure out that July is putting down a spawning pool. So yes, it's kind of a special matchup in that regards. Let's get some predictions from the Nuka Knights. Oh, July fans. More July fans typing in all caps. What is this guy's name? It's A-A-H-H-P-E. Ape. I don't know. He says, "Go July, go!" All caps. LOL. Oh yeah, that's because I had said that you could say stuff like, "Go July, go." That was in my info section of my predictions video. So, very original. These guys said it too. R3, Z3, and D3 said, "Go July, go." My Cruel 254 said, "Go July, go." Oh my god, guys. No creativity whatsoever. But it looks like July has gone for another expansion, so he's getting quick 3 bases up here, and I think Bisu is going to scout that. Bisu did put down his Nexus and no cannons to start out with, while July is getting his expansion up and running. Bisu is putting down a 1 cannon. Thought for sure that he would put down some cannons, although July, I don't think he has his spawning pool up or even going right now. So I think Bisu is pretty safe in that regard. Bisu might actually take out this drone. Oh, Bisu does snipe the drone. Wow. You know, I've heard that the players, when they're practicing against each other, when they lose a drone like that, in the beginning they say, "Okay, we're starting over. I already lost." So hopefully July hasn't already lost by losing that drone. That was a bit careless of him. I mean, July has some of the best micro in the game. So you'd think he would be able to protect himself from that, but he didn't really have any Zerglings out, so he would have had to rely on his drone micro. But July is going to have to probably get a few more Zerglings out here if he wants to fend off any kind of early pressure from Bisu. Bisu, I saw that he had gone for his cybernetics core, so he's probably going to go for Stargate soon to just pick at those overlords, while July is trying to get some other kind of building up to deal with air units. July is going heavy macro in this game, it looks like. He's already mining gas, probably going to get his lair up soon. And Bisu is kind of holding off on gas at the moment. He isn't mining gas from his natural, although he does have it up there. And here comes the Stargate. So I think he got just enough gas to get up that Stargate, and maybe just mining gas to get Corsairs from this point at his main. Bisu's still in here with that probe, so Bisu's going to get the full scout here. I'm surprised July hasn't taken that probe down yet. And it looks like Bisu's coming in with an early zealot here. He's going to try to harass these bases. And there's nothing here to defend off against that zealot here at the 3 o'clock position for July. Whoa, Bisu is sending up zealots all over the place, and July is in kind of a bad position here. There's a probe in as well to help with the harassment. So I think July might have overextended himself here a bit. He is fighting off with drones, but it looks like drones are starting to go down here. One drone going down, second drone going down, so July's in a pretty bad position here. He finally takes care of that harassment at one of his bases, and I think he scared that other zealot away, other zealot running back to Bisu's base. So some nice harassment from Bisu so far. Let's get a prediction from a Bisu fan. Oh, there's a Corsair out, by the way, picking off that Overlord. But Thrust SC writes, I think Bisu will get out of the group and win the whole thing. There's a saying in my country, if you catch up, you will win. He is from Mexico, by the way, so the Mexicans are rooting for Bisu. Oh gosh, Zerglings running in. July, what is he doing here? He's trying to run straight into the main, but Bisu had probes there to block, and July manages to sneak 3 Zerglings in. Not really a lot. Well, not really enough, sorry. Stumbling over my words already. Oh, he did get a scout, though, with those Zerglings, so that's going to be good for him. He's taking out quite a few probes here. Bisu, his probes are going down. One more probe. So I think he took out about 4 or 5 probes there at the main. Pretty good trade there. He lost quite a few Zerglings running in, but he did take out some probes. Always good to take out those mining units. And Bisu is getting a ton of Corsairs out here. He has 3 Corsairs to begin with, so we could be seeing somewhat of a Corsair Reaver build from him. I saw the robotic support bay coming up. Spire already out for July. He has some Scourge running around the map, just trying to get lucky and hit those Corsairs as they're flying around. Oh, he does come in here. Almost takes out a Corsair, but not quite there. He's going in with some more Scourge. More Scourge coming in here, but July just didn't micro it too well. I think he took out 1 Corsair, but with the amount of Scourge he flew in, he should have been able to take out at least 2. Alrighty, let's see what Bisu is up to here. He has his robotic support bay, and let's see what else he's getting up. He's just getting out. I think this is definitely a Corsair Reaver build from him. He might get out another robotics facility soon. And July is surrounding some zealots here, trying to pick off those zealots. Doing a pretty good job there, picking off the zealots. And the Hydralist Den is out now too, so all bets are off. There's no telling what July is going to switch to at this point. He could go Mutalist, he could go Hydras, and it looks like Bisu is going to take a third base as mineral only behind his main. He's getting out his Reavers at this point, so July is really going to have to be careful and watch his bases closely. He does not want to lose a ton of drones. Okay. As I saw the forge spinning, so Bisu is working on his upgrades, and it looks like, wow, July has gotten a ton of Scourge out, so he is definitely anticipating this build. Templar Archives coming out for Bisu, so this kind of a modified Bisu build, I think. I think we're going to see, well, maybe it's just for High Templar. I think High Templar is probably more likely than Dark Templar at this point. Although Bisu could definitely incorporate Dark Templar into this. Whoa, that's a lot of Scourge. Oh my god, the Scourge might actually be able to take out this army. Bisu's going to have to be so careful going in here. There are Hydras and just a fleet of Scourge coming in. July is definitely not afraid of a freaking build like this. Bisu being fended off here, so July already has good placement around his bases to prevent harassment. And now he just has, oh man, I'm wondering if these Scourge are going to be able to land on all these units. If the Scourge do land here, it's going to be over. Bisu, careful. Oh jeez, Scourge everywhere. Bisu is trying to attack the Scourge. He does manage to take them out, actually. I think that was kind of a lack of micro from July. I think he took out about 3 Corsairs, but he had probably 2 control groups of Scourge in there.